2022, Year of the Tiger. Welcome to Matters of the Heart, where old-fashioned love meets modern romance. Here's your host, Robert Rob Donovan.
All right. Hot diggity dog. Welcome to On Task, Matters of the Heart. Let's meet our lovely contestant. First up on the hot seat, welcome to the show, honey. Let's play Matters of the Heart.
Thank you.
Into the microphone, please.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay, first question for Jennifer, our lovely contestant. Describe your first date with Rob.
My first date with Rob was great. He took me to a steakhouse, and on the river, he made me laugh. Then he walked around with me, showed me the sights, and was quite entertaining the entire time.
What made you decide to say yes when Rob asked you out on that first date?
Well, I felt this magnetic energy coming from Rob, and I just couldn't hold myself back, and I found myself saying yes against my better judgment.
What's something that makes Rob laugh?
Everything. Rob really enjoys inside jokes and being silly all the time.
I don't know about all the time, but maybe most of the time. What was your life like when Rob approached you for the first time?
Well, I was consulting in California, and I received a LinkedIn invite from someone that I thought was from another country.
And what made you respond to that LinkedIn message?
Well, I was trying to get rid of him, so I told him to get lost so that I could block him.
This sounds like we should cut the camera off at this point. Let's go to a result. So I want to talk about a particular result here. It is a award given to a particular dealer by one of the best OEMs in the world. And it's actually a regional award, and the criteria is very stiff. The criteria is all about customer loyalty, sales efficiency, making sure that you have the proper facility, making sure that you're actually making a profit. And we had multiple dealers in this region receive this award, and we have not received a that-a-boy in a way that we have for this very prestigious award. Talk to us a little bit about how hard it is to actually receive an award like this.
I mean, it's super, super hard. It's best in class. And it's equivalent of getting into the President's Club, right? Very few are able to do it. The stakes are super high, and the rewards are fantastic. You're able to boast your customers, you're able to retain your customers, and it's really the partners that a dealership has and the team that they have that are able to get them to the very top to attain these types of awards. And so while the accolades go directly to the dealerships, I think that's great that you're able to associate with these dealerships.
As many of you know, we have teams here. These teams are comprised of front-facing people, supported by graphic designers, copywriters, coders, everything that needs to be done. These teams all had winners and for this particular OEM, which was fascinating to me, which really spoke to the consistency of our offering and what we do here. How special is that from our perspective to have multiple different teams all having clients that receive this award? I
think that's incredibly special, and I think it really speaks to the DNA and culture of the agency that we have that type of consistency, team over team. And I think the biggest thing about this is it shows how you've really hired and retained your people and promoted from within off of your core values.
What would you say the worst date is that Rob ever took you on?
Oh, hands down, that would have to be when Rob tried to find a 5-star restaurant on the ocean, and he ended up taking me to a senior citizen restaurant. And everyone in there,
Dana Point.
In Dana Point, California, and everyone in there either had an oxygen tank or a wheelchair.
That was great food. I can see why it's 5 stars.
Great for dentures and all.
What would you say the leading reason was that you decided to lose Rob's dog?
Excuse me, but I did not lose Rob's dog. First of all, that's my dog. I found that dog, I identified that dog, and I made that dog happen. Secondly, Rob couldn't take his own dog to the vet. And the dog has magic hands and got out. And Rob's never had a dog, and he took it really, really, really personally.
Rob doesn't like losing his dog.
Let's spin for a result.
Let's spin for a result. Queen of Hearts. Everybody gets a new car.
No, everyone does get a new car.
We're in the car business.
Just read the results.
Just give everybody a new car.
Stop. Just read the results.
That's my lady. If Rob was in a coma, how long would you wait for him?
You know what? Shut it down. It's your turn on the hot seat. Give me this mic and give me this jacket.
What?
Who was your first celebrity crush?
I don't.
Into the mic, please.
I didn't have one.
It wasn't Shakira. What
was
about
the
the
first.
weird science girl?
Oh, Kelly LeBrock? Yeah, definitely. I would say she was a close first.
Let's spin the wheel. Rob, when did you know I was the one?
When people, circumstances, and events made it inevitable that we needed to be together.
Aw, that's really sweet. What does all that have to do with building a company?
Well, it all starts with relationships, and relationships cannot be if there's no trust.
So trust in hearing the client?
Hearing what the client is saying. Absolutely. Listening to the client, taking their business problems, creatively solving them, delivering the results, being good stewards of their money. Our clients trust us with tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Millions.
Millions a month. It's not one more line in the database. A lot of these companies, that's their model. That's what they want. They want margin and they don't want relationships. We want relationships, and what we do is we focus on that, and then as a result, we are able to deliver for our clients. And so sometimes the best thing out of a client meeting doesn't come in the client meeting. It comes on the way to the dinner that we're going to. It comes sometimes on impromptu text late at night. That's the remarkable thing about the magic that happens here is it all happens organically, and we have several different layers of relationships. So my job is to have a relationship with the owner of the organization and make sure we're on strategy. We have ancillary relationships with the managers in that organization, all the way down to whoever that person is. We need to make sure that they have what they need to be successful. So if that means that we're dealing with, fresh green pea salesmen on day one, then we're dealing with them. Whatever we need to do to accomplish the mission for that client.
Let's spin the wheel.
The great thing about results in our business is that we get them every single month. So it's kind of like a game where it's like, oh, well, we got these results last month. How are we going to do this month? We put this money here. We did these strategies and we executed. Okay, that didn't work. That did work. How do we adjust? How do we improve on what we've already done?
Are you only as good as your last results?
Unfortunately, you're only as good as your last result.
All right, Rob, I'm going to switch the subject a little bit and talk about one of the most anticipated conferences of the year coming up, and that's NADA. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be maskless this year. Can you tell us a little bit more about you and Dom360 at the conference?
Well, we'll have a big team there, and we'll be entertaining our clients and making sure that we're getting FaceTime with all of our friends there. It's really exciting. It's been a couple of years since this conference has taken place in this fashion, and I think that most dealers are antsy to see what the latest and greatest is.